Hey guys, Orla here from your Women's Gear Review channel, and today we are taking a look and comparing the Max Everyday Carry versus the Max Backpack from Able Carry. I thought it would be helpful to make a detailed review going through the bags individually but comparing what is different. So I have reviewed the Able Carry Daily Plus, the Daily and their 13 bag over on the channel as well for you to check out. These two are quite similar but some differences as well, and I just really want to help you decide what one is right for you, or maybe they both are. This is the Max Everyday Carry here, and this is the Max Backpack. Okay, let's get cracking on. So for prices, the Max Everyday Carry is $280 US, and then the Max Backpack is priced at $259 US. The colors for the Everyday Carry here is brown, blue, green, and black. And then for the backpack, if you get it in the ripstop material, you can get it in just the black, or if you get it in the X-Pack material that I have here, you can get it in blue, green, or black. So the Max Everyday Carry here is a 26 litre with the dimensions being 19.6 by 11.8 by 7.5 in inches, and it is a weight of 3.4 pounds. So for the face fabric of this one, you've got X-Pack VX21 plus Cador 1000D nylon, and then the liner fabric is ripstop nylon. So for the backpack here, it is a 30 litre, and now that is a total capacity. So they say that the main compartment is 25 litres and then the work compartment is 5 litres. The dimensions are 20.4 by 12.6 by 7.9 in inches, and it is a weight of 3.9 pounds. So you got the face fabric here of X-Pack and 1000D nylon, and then the interior is the same with that ripstop nylon. I really do enjoy the colours that Able Carry provide. They've got a lot of neutral colours, but also colours that can be placed in work settings, but also urban settings and day-to-day life. Okay, let's get cracking on with the features. Okay, sorry if you can see like the edge of the table and stuff. I just wanted to fit everything in. Probably be less aesthetically pleasing, but nonetheless, we will get through it. Okay, for branding, very similar here. They have some here on both of the sides, and they both have it embedded here on the straps. Externally, you are looking at a similar layout for both of these bags in terms of the loopholes and the kind of webbing that is embedded. This is kind of known from Able Carry through their backpacks that they have this going on the outside and right through to the side as well. So you do have a certain amount of external points here. If you did want to feed anything through there, then you have lots to kind of work with. Two here on the front. You've got two here on the front like so, and then these ones are like that. Then the same kind of style of webbing on the Everyday Carry. Then you do have them both running onto the handles here as well. And they both have a top grabbing handle that kind of sits up like so, which is just great to kind of use the top handle to carry it with. And then on both sides they do have a side handle as well. So again, similar kind of layout here for those external features. One kind of notable difference here is the loophole on the backpack is here, and there is none on the Everyday Carry. So they both have this little hook here. That's just handy to hang up the bag instead of using maybe trying to hang it on from the top handle or here as well. So saves you from setting down the bag. If you can attach it to something. We are going to talk about those side pockets that they both had. So starting off here with the Everyday Carry. Beside the handle, you do have a kind of hidden pocket here if you want it to kind of be hidden. You've got that flap to do so. Nice puller. Open that up. And inside, you do have a pocket. And then this is where you'll find your key lash in there. So that's easy to kind of swing the bag around, get your keys and be on your way. You are able to detach this and place it throughout the bag if you wish to kind of move it. And then there is still lovely space there. As you can see, this kind of material is slightly different. It's like a mesh. It is like a stretchy mesh here, and that goes for the other side as well. And then in here is that kind of easy clean material. So it's just handy to note. That kind of falls back there. Then on the other side of the bag is a more visible kind of pocket here that you have, but you also got this little hooded zip that I absolutely adore. If you pull this down, then this is where you can fit in your umbrella, your water bottle,
anything that you can really fit in there. If you wanted to try and fit a tripod, you could. It runs right down to here and right up to here. So we will be packing out the bag, so you will be able to see what we can get in there. Then that closes off. Then you can kind of tuck that through there. Now moving on to the backpack. On the side where you have the handle again, you do have a hidden kind of style pocket. Now on this pocket, they have 2 zips. So you can open it like so. Then in here, they do have some attachment points, which if you go into the main body of the bike, you'll find your key lash. You can place it in here if you want to. And then the rest is just space. So you don't have the mesh that you have on the everyday carry on that side pocket. You just have space and some loopholes. The pocket runs to here and then up to there. As mentioned, you've got that double zip, but you've also got a flap to kind of cover those zips if you want to kind of make it a bit more discreet. Then moving on to the side, similar. You've got this side compartment. Again, you've got like a hooded zip here. The hooded zip isn't as hooded, if that makes sense, as I would like. I love this one because it kind of really does fit well in there in comparison to that one. Moving on into here, you do have a stretch pocket to make a wee quick comparison. This one is a lot softer on the everyday carry, but they're just different kind of colors to match with the whole aesthetics of the bag. Then inside there is where your space is, similar to the everyday carry. You run right down till here and right up to here as well, and this is where you can place in things like your water bottle, tripod and all that fun stuff. In terms of the zips, so as you can see, these are not coated on both of them. Here, the only one that is coated is this back one on the backpack itself, but the zips themselves are YKK zippers. The chunkier ones here are lockable, which I absolutely adore, and that is for both. Now you can kind of see they're a bit thicker, so it's able to kind of differentiate here. These are blue, and then the back ones here, they've opted for them to be black, whereas this one is keeping in line with the whole color scheme. So that is that really externally. You got your 2 pockets both on the backpacks as well. You've got your external web. And now going into the front compartments here, let's start with the everyday carry. What you've got is again a little flap. They've opted to run some like seatbelt material here as well. This is a double zip, much like the one that is on the side of the backpack. You've got this pocket here. This is like your swing the bag around. This can be quite deceiving. Might seem like there is a pocket there, but there is not. Opening this up. Inside here is a lot of space. If you wanted to, you could try and fit electronics in there, just to give you a wee rough idea. That is a 14-inch. And that fits grand in there. But obviously when you start packing out the bag, the space will be compromised. But I just wanted to give you a little view of that. So that is the space. Quite open, easy clean material. Then on one side, got a little bit of a pillar. Then you've got like this gorgeous material. It's very, very soft. Mesh stretchy pocket. Discreet and hidden. And as mentioned, you can bring your key lash in here and attach it if you wanted to. If you didn't want it on the side, you have a point here to attach it. And that same kind of material is here. That soft line material. There is no pocket on that side. That is your only pocket, which is nice because if you are packing that up, then you want to kind of put valuables in there, then you can do so. Closing that up. There, now moving on to this front pocket. So that's your kind of layout here. This one is similar. You've got your pocket here, but you don't have a double zip on this one. It has a flap. It's not coated. None of the zips here are coated. Pillar. And then inside here, keeping in line with that kind of trail that they've got on the side pocket, you can take off your key lash here and put it in the side pocket if you want to. Inside, There is space, not as wide of a space that this one has, but still enough. I wouldn't be able to fit in the laptop here, if that makes sense, the way it's kind of laid out. This is a bit more open on the everyday carry, but nonetheless, still a lot of space. It runs right up and right down to the bottom. Then there is like a wee mesh pocket here, that trail as mentioned, and then another mesh pocket. The mesh on both backpacks are absolutely gorgeous, and then it has a really easy, clean material. I can't say I'm a fan of this layout just because it feels a little bit awkward, but it's handy enough if you do have your phone or valuables that you want to keep at the front and have quicker access to, that you know are safe and they're not just flapping about, and then you can use the rest of the space. But it will depend when you do pack it up and how you pack it up, that space may or may not be compromised. So closing that up. Now, what we're going to do is get into the kind of second compartment here. This one has 2 double zips. They are lockable as mentioned. You run that like so, and then that comes down like this, and this is going into your kind of organization main compartment. We are going to open up this so you can get an idea. Same with the lockable zips that you've got. Flap that over, then you can kind of see the space itself. We are going to run through both. Let's start off here with the everyday carry. You have got those double zips, so it means you can come from the top like that if you didn't want to open the whole bag, or you can open it flat open like that. So moving on to this top pocket here, they have plenty of space in there. This is really well padded, so definitely know if you have any valuables in there, they're grand. And also you've got a point here if you wanted to place your key lash in there. I love that they've implemented little destinations for your key lash if you wanted to move it, but also other things if you did want to attach them there throughout the bag. Got this little custom pillar. This has a hint of red orange in it, which is a nice little pop of color, little touch. That'll be like your top grabbing pocket. Then you have this rougher kind of mesh here, and this is really strong, really durable. Just be careful what you do have in there, and then you are compressing that onto the main compartment pocket. Then the backpack does flatten out, you can see, like that. So plenty of space. Now this main compartment, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lip holes here on the side. You've got a mesh pocket here. You've got some branding in the middle, and this is like the padding from the back compartment, so you kind of feel that, but then you know it's a really strong compartment here. If you did want to, you could fit electronics in this mesh pocket. If you had smaller ones you could, or you could fit a larger one in. This is the 14-inch, just to give you a rough idea. Ignore my fingerprints that are all over it. That just gives you a rough idea of that. That mesh pocket is absolutely stunning, and as mentioned, that's well padded, so even if you did have electronics in there, then I would feel safe using it without a protection on the laptop. Then we have this stretchy pocket here. They have a little pull, so it's just handy to open it up and place in the product that you need in there. They don't have anything on the other side, as mentioned, that will feed into that pocket, which is your like water bottle compartment. If you can see through here, that is the pocket where you can have your key lash here on the side, and then the rest is just space for you to play with, and then it kind of gives you all the materials and tags that are nicely tucked away. I really like how they've done that actually, because it just doesn't take away from the rest of the bag. It's there if you want to read up on it, but it's not like I'm not really a fan of tags or anything like that, so that was lovely. Now moving on to this bad boy. Similar styles here with the top pockets. If you notice, this one doesn't have a little red orange streak through it, but they have like these little knots, just handy to maneuver. Same style of pocket. You have, instead of those little red points throughout the bag, you have these, so you can attach your key lash in there if you want to as well, or again any other things that you might want to attach. Then you just have space. This pocket is definitely bigger, I would say, than this one. This is a bit smaller and petite. They've got the brand in here, this one doesn't. Then the mesh, tough mesh pocket here. This one is smaller, slightly, ever so slightly, I would say. But yeah, this is a great pocket. This is really, really durable, both of them. Same kind of style of material, just different colors. Easy clean material in there, and again, just being aware of what you're placing in here. Now, the way this has all the loops going on, this has the trail, the daisy chain down the sides of the bag, so you have external points here to, well, internal points to attach things to, and then you also have loops here as well. So if you did have any camera gear, you could loop those through that too, packing cubes to secure it in. You could do that, and then again, opening up that bottom. This one just has space for you to play with. Still the same in terms of this little compartment here. You've got a puller. You can open that up, so that is on both of these that you have. You can open that up, place, if you wanted your water bottle in on the inside, or you had an extra water bottle or tripod or whatever you fancied, you could plop that through there as well. Then the rest is for you to just pack up, just space. It doesn't have one of these mesh stretch pockets. This is just simple to the point. And then again, they've kind of hidden, if you can see, the tags and stuff down there, where it just gives you the details of the materials and things. We are going to pack them out with similar items to see what we can get into it and what kind of works. Just slightly different for both of them. Closing them up. Moving on here to that laptop compartment. You've got the everyday carry here. Open this. This goes down both sides. You've got that double zip again. And oh, it is lockable inside, well padded. This is just space. This is another wee pocket here with some organization, which is lovely. If you had camera gear or anything, you could place those smaller items in that. It's really stretchy and padded. They're not flimsy with their material, I have to say. If they're doing a pocket, they're doing it right. Or you could place like your charger and stuff in there and have that organized. I'm going to give you a measurement of this pocket. Oh, for a wee reference, this just leads you to the hardware. If you wanted to remove that, then you could. But that's nice that it's kind of discreet and behind that. Goes up to 17, but I'd say your cutoff point is about 16 and a half. Then across, about 11 and a half. This is a 14-inch. As you can see, that's where it comes to. You could try and fit a 17-inch in. Just the kind of cutoff point. You might be able to kind of tuck it through this as well. That's well padded. I feel safe and secured in placing my laptop in there without it being padded itself. So moving on to this backpack, you've got the lockable zips, 2 pullers. This runs right down like this and opens up a bit more for you to see, whereas this one's just opening. This one is just opening until about here. So you've got a little bit more to see, and it has a little bit more organization here. So let's get into this one. So what you have is this top pocket, similar. You've got nice organization here, stretched pockets for smaller items. Again, you could fit your charger in there if you wanted to. Then this just leads you to the hardware in the back. Again, similar to the everyday carry. You kind of just hide that away. Then the space, this is really well padded. You do have a stretchy pocket here. It is a small pocket. I'm trying to show you. It ends here. So, not overly big. Wouldn't even fit my book. That is it. About 7 it runs up to. Across about 10 is your cutoff point. And then you have a smaller pocket here. And then this will be your laptop compartment, which we will give you a measurement, of course. So as you would have seen with the everyday carry, that is just space. You can definitely get a 17-inch in here. It runs up to 18 at the top. So plenty of space for those bigger laptops. Across, and let me give you where it's going to cut off. Cutoff point's about 12, the 14-inch. And that fits in grand. So definitely if you're looking for a bigger laptop compartment, this one is a shout. That is that space. I do like that because you are able to see, but I actually don't mind the whole just dropping it in and it just being space. If you do prefer a wee bit more organization for your laptop compartment, then the backpack's probably the right one. Then moving on to the back system. So as mentioned, they both have those little hooks here, but above the hooks they do have, that's quite interesting, that one doesn't, that one stays up really like that, and that one stays down. There's a little bit of a comparison there. Above this, you do both have a little secret compartment, which is hidden by this flap. Inside there is just space that runs till about here. It's handy for like passports, phones, things that you just want to be hidden and discreet and not stolen. That's there. And the same for this one. Flap covering it. And you do just have space here. And that runs till about there. So they both have that. This one has one that's a bit tight, so I'd say 1, 2, 3, 4 lip holes here. Then you've got the branding here. The straps are fairly thick. You've got a different kind of material here, like that is on the back here, and then that easy clean kind of material on the straps. Fairly thick, I would say. Well padded here on the inside, and then it kind of like curves, which is nice. And inside here is your sternum strap, which is rotational, that I absolutely love. You've got an elastic dangle stopper. This system, push, magnetic, and the rotation on the other side as well. Then you do have adjustable straps, again keeping in line with that elastic to hold in the dangle. Then you've got the thumb pillars here as well. This one, similar in terms of the thickness, I would say. Nice curve as well. You don't have those external lip holes on the everyday carry here. It's just basic to the point. Now, you do, as mentioned, have the similar kind of hybelon here. But their sternum strap here, you have to take out and adjust it to the position here on the daisy chain. And that is on both sides, but the same clippable magnetic push close here. The dangle stopper isn't elastic, it is a little bit of material, like plastic here, to just keep that in place. That annoys me that I have to take it off and place it. I just prefer the rotational one, and that's just personal preference. Then you do have like a little bit of space here. You don't have that on the backpack. This is where you can place, if you felt confident enough, a wee card. If you could fit your AirPods in there, just secure them while you're walking about, then you can do that. The same hardware here on the straps, elastic dangle stopper, and then they both have those thumb pullers, which I absolutely love for just adjusting the bag. It's so much easier. Then moving on to the back for both of them. Padding as well, similar. Really thick, really durable. There is a lot of cushion to both of the straps. Got here a similar kind of layout. Really thick padding here, nice air ventilation. You've obviously got a thicker trolley sleeve here. This one is a little bit thinner. The same kind of layout here on the everyday carry, where you've got that nice airflow and you've got that really thick padding as well. Super duper nice, kind of runs down to similar moments. Obviously this one for the luggage slip runs right down in comparison to this one. They really do have both thick bottoms as well, protecting any valuables that you have in there. This is obviously a bit wider and this is a bit slimmer down. Okay, so we're gonna pack them both up with similar items to see if we can get into both. So let's start with the backpack. I'm going to start with the laptop compartment. We've got a 14-inch charger in here. You can obviously use those little organizations. Book in there sideways. Passport in the back. Space. Jumper in there. Food. Makeup bag. Side pocket. My coffee mug. I'll kind of show you the space, so I'm going to throw a jacket in there. Place these shoes that I want to go in there. That should be fine. Should I put them down here? There. That. This pocket I'm gonna leave empty because I'm gonna compress this down. Are these shoes gonna fit? They're not gonna fit. So we're taking out the shoes. Probably fit another jacket in there, something that's a bit more flexible. Front pocket, keys. Here, I'm gonna pull up here. The book, like so. Side pocket. Can get tight if you're using that water bottle pocket in the inside. You can still try and attach something in here if it was keys that you preferred to have on the side. And we get a 500ml in here. I think it's just my lid. Hold on. Yes, we can. And that's that one all packed up. Let's see if we can fit the same into the everyday carry. Okay, let's start with that laptop compartment. 14-inch. Use those organizations as well if you wanted to. I'm going to place the charger in here. Good. Place a book. Slide it down. Main compartment. See that pocket then? Box out this kind of space. Pull up this book here. It opens up a lot. There we go. With this jacket, minus the jumper, I would say. Top here, charger, phone. Fit in littler things here. So the camera, tripod. Spray in this pocket. Press that down. If you wanted to, you can use this side pocket. Coffee mug. Front pocket, as mentioned, starts to get a little bit tight. I'm going to fit in things like my inhaler and glasses in this wee zip pocket. This is just to give you a rough idea as to how much you can kind of pack into both. Definitely have a lot of space, more space than the backpack in this front compartment. Side pocket is going to be compromised, but you can still fit your keys in there or move that about if you don't fancy them being there. Then on the other side, bit tight. Can't fit a 500ml though. I feel like it could if it didn't have this weird lid. And that fits in. So that's that all packed up as well. Okay, time for a wee fit check, comfortability, and see how these feel on the female body. So similar style here to the Daily Plus that I have behind me. This is what the backpack looks like on me. For reference, I am 5'6". I have to say that the Daily was the one that was the kind of most uncomfortable, but for these straps it is working. I am loving the cushion. I'm loving the kind of back system. It works really well. As mentioned, it just feels a lot more sleeker and like sexier on, I feel. I never thought I'd say that about a backpack on me, but I do feel like these are definitely a bit more flattering than your standard backpack. The sternum strap could have done with just a wee bit more material. You have to take it out and adjust it if you want to move it about. It's not just rotational, which if you're new here, I'm not a fan of because I am lazy. Really nice, really kind of, again, flattering, kind of curves around here. There is no obvious kind of gaps, which I always find with backpacks when I implement that sternum strap, but this here, gorgeous. Let's try the other one. This one is rotational up and down, which we love. There is lots of material here, more than what you would have here for the everyday carry, it appears. Or maybe because it's easier to kind of rotate this up that there is a bit more material. Again, similar kind of comfort. The padding is amazing. You kind of feel that structured padding that you have on the back as well, which is nice. It kind of prompts your posture. This is what the backpack looks like on me. For reference, I am 5'6". I probably said that, but I will say it again. Gorgeous. Similar kind of style. And whenever you are implement that sternum strap, there isn't loads of gaps, which I like. I like it to be really up against my back. You can of course maneuver it how you want. This is my preferred style. Kind of blends in well with this jumper. But yeah, no complaints in terms of comfort. Long periods of time, like I found, like through testing, they're fine as well. You don't feel like they're getting uncomfortable. Especially when you are packing it out to the max. Right, we're gonna do a wee airline test. Now these are the requirements for EasyJet that I have behind me. Now if we just pull up these down, I can tell you now, it ain't gonna fit as a personal item just because of the way it is structured on the back. And that's gonna be the same for the backpack as well that you've got here. Now, in terms of a fitting as a carry-on, the backpack's going in. Just mind your wee straps. That's grand. So then you know for the... Actually, you're not going to be able to see. for the, what are you, everyday carry. That is going to fit in as well. Would have been nice maybe to see somewhere that you could kind of stow your straps away for those moments, just to kind of protect them, because they do go flapping about. So for the water test, these are both great on face value here. They are fine for light drizzle, even a little bit of heavy rain. For longer periods of time, it's just, I would be a bit wary because they're not coated. The zips, the only coated part on the backpack is the back zip here, so that is just something to be aware of, and those moments such as the seatbelt materials will just take a bit longer to dry. Okay, time for some pros and cons. So pros are for me the lockable zips. That is definitely a shout and something I look for, especially for a longer travel backpack as well, that you can use both of these for. And also the materials are fantastic. They're really easy to clean and maintain. I really appreciate the little hooks that they've got here on the back. It just means that they might appear in the background because it's just so much easier to hang up, especially if you've arrived at your destination and you don't want to put it on the ground or anything. Then you can just hang it over the door. I really appreciate the bright interior and also the attention to detail, especially with those moments such as the hooded zips. Some cons to think about is that I would have just loved the whole of the bag to be coated in terms of the zips. Now the only one is, as mentioned, that one at the back here on the backpack. I would have loved that throughout. So something to note about the back. Now these materials here on the side, they have that running here onto this strap. Now this isn't on this one, but it is here at the top, and then it runs onto a different kind of material. It picks it up more on the kind of blue here, but it is, you know, hair and dust kind of sticks to that. On the everyday carry here, I do love the fact that they've implemented that kind of card holder on the straps, but it just doesn't feel as secured for me. So that is the end of our review. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then why not consider joining the channel and hitting that subscribe button. If you do happen to have a wee gander on Able Carry's website and you're thinking about purchasing either of these bags or any of their other backpacks, then we would be forever grateful if you could use our links below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.